Okay, I think it's time to not sugarcoat the problem that we may have called no voter turnout in November and just kind of tell it like it is. I've been talking about voting in the midterms. We have a lot of different forms of activism that we are working on in order to resist the Trump regime. But one of the primary ones that I've been espousing for a long time is you've got to vote in November, right? There's nothing else. If you've been activated by the election of Trump, if you're horrified by the embarrassment of the United States' reputation around the world, if you're just concerned about a particular issue, like the possibility, as legal analyst Jeffrey Toobin said, of abortion bans in 18 to 20 states over the next couple of years on the basis of Donald Trump's soon-to-be announced Supreme Court pick, whatever you're doing in addition to voting, you've got to vote, okay? And when we talk about specifically November of 2018, I've told you about the historically low turnout in midterm elections. That means your vote sort of matters even more, right? If the turnout is expected to be lower on a mathematical level, your vote matters even more. I've talked about the importance of voting to interrupt the Trump agenda. We've talked about the Supreme Court implications. I've said before, doesn't matter what Robert Mueller comes up with. If you have a Republican House and Senate between 2018 and 2020, or 19 and 21, as it is effectively, you're not going to have consequences to Mueller's investigation. We've talked about that as well, Pat. You've got to vote for that reason.
Yeah, and history would tell us that the Democrats will do well in the 2018 midterms, but history also told us that Hillary Clinton would win the 2016 election
Exactly
because
right.
the economy was relatively strong and Obama was popular, but that didn't happen.
It did not happen. And fortunately, in the middle of 2017, we had high enthusiasm, high engagement in terms of being engaged. And even a few months ago, in April of 2018, several polls still showed that there was an enthusiasm gap in favor of Democrats, depending on the poll, maybe not quite as big. That enthusiasm gap is rapidly shrinking and potentially fading, and this is a disaster. And I have been doing whatever I can to explain why you must vote in November of 2018. I've challenged this false, logically fallacious idea that because one vote never changes an election's results, it's not worth voting. I won't do that again, but I've been talking about that. And I've been explaining why all of this matters. And over the weekend, I got an email from longtime viewer Stephanie, who's been a great supporter of the show, by the way, for many, many years, who said, "Hey, David, I want to do my part to get people to vote. Can I sponsor some half-price memberships for people who are working on getting people to vote in November?" And Stephanie and I went back and forth, and we sort of came to the reality that in some way it would have to be on the honor system, right? Like, how can we demonstrate that someone has earned a half-price membership? There's really no way to do it. So here's what we're going to do, okay? If you're doing anything to help take down this right-wing regime in November, you can get a half-price membership if you want it. Stephanie will pay for half of your membership. Memberships are normally $60 for the year. All the member benefits that you get, normally $60 for the year. Stephanie will pay $30. You pay the other $30. Just write in and tell me what you're doing for the midterms. If you're phone banking, great. If you're helping people register, great. If you're just badgering your friends to vote, that's fantastic. And honestly, Stephanie even said, with midterm election turnout so low, as I mentioned, she said, David, if people write in and simply say they're going to vote in the midterms and that they want a half-price membership, she's willing to sponsor that as well. So it's on the honor system. If you don't need the discount and you would be okay paying full price, don't ask for the discount. The idea is to expand access and bring more people into what we're doing for a good cause, really a crucial cause. If you want the half-price membership, go to davidpakman.com/contact. Tell me what you're doing for the 2018 midterms and that you want one of these half-price Stephanie memberships, and I'll send you the coupon code. It's the honor system, and Stephanie's okay with that.
Yeah.
We're doing everything we can to get people engaged here.
Yeah, our thanks to Stephanie. I love this contest, especially because I think I'm in need of some hope and some inspiration, and I think this will provide that to me.
Pat's going to get 1,400 half-price memberships on the basis of, I guess, his participation on the show, and that's what Pat's piece is. Half-price membership, just write in, davidpakman.com/contact. Tell me what you're doing to help with the November midterms, and I'll send you that coupon code. No limit. Stephanie could end up having to pay for a lot of $30 memberships here because she said she believes that she can cover as many memberships as we might get from
and
this.
all 1,400 of mine too.
That's she's in for many, many tens of thousands of dollars on that basis.